Tales of Veldrith. Book 4, The Beast of Veterskog.
Episode 42, The Price of Victory.
The rising sun bathed the forest in gold, but there was no warmth in its light. Rurik limped through the underbrush, one arm pressed tightly against his side where the monster's talons had torn through his mail. Every step sent fire up his leg, but he did not slow. Not until he emerged into the clearing where the frozen stream glimmered, where their journey had begun. Behind him, Tahu followed in silence. His expression was unreadable, his face spattered with ash and dried blood. He carried the remains of his shattered spear, its haft bound in a strip of cloth from his own tunic. In the early morning hush, neither spoke. Words now felt too heavy. They had won, but at what cost? The cave had collapsed behind them, burying the creature, what had once been a man, beneath ice and stone. The air had changed in that moment. The rot and whispers vanished, and the eerie pulse of the ley lines dulled to a quiet thrum. The curse was broken, and yet the silence that followed was not relief, it was mourning. They stopped at the edge of the glade. Nearby a raven cawed and took flight, the beat of its wings sharp in the cold air. Rurik sank to one knee, drawing a rough line in the dirt with his dagger. He added 2 runes, one for the dead they'd left behind and one for the beast they'd slain.
It was a man.
He said hoarsely, breaking the silence.
A man like me.
Tahu knelt beside him.
And like me,
he said quietly.
The hunger takes anyone if they are desperate enough.
Rurik turned to him.
Do your people believe it's truly ended?
Tahu shook his head.
No, the land remembers, but it sleeps now. That must be enough.
They made camp near the stream that night, no fire, no songs, just quiet reflection beneath the stars. Rurik stared at the glow of the aurora overhead, shifting like spirits on the wind. His hand rested on the hilt of his sword, but he didn't grip it tightly. He no longer felt the need to. Across the fireless camp, Tahu sat sharpening the broken remains of his spear, shaping it into a smaller blade. After a time, he stood and approached.
When you return to your people,
he said,
what will you tell them?
The truth.
Rurik replied.
Whether they believe me or not is their burden.
Tahu nodded.
The same for mine.
They clasped forearms, warrior to warrior, not as allies of convenience, but as men who had bled together, suffered together, survived. When they returned, each to their own people, there was no parade, no feast. The stories were met with skepticism, with superstition. Some Vikings scoffed at Rurik's tale, claiming no man could become such a monster. Others whispered that the Skraelings had planted dark magic in the woods to frighten them away. And among the Anishinaabe, there were those who spat at the name of the Norsemen, who cursed the treaty and demanded war. Even Tahu's words, calm, measured, true, could not change the hearts of all. But still the raid stopped, the forest grew quiet, and a wary peace held. Rurik and Tahu met once more at the edge of the woods where their paths had first crossed. The spring melt was just beginning, and the waters ran clear through the glade where blood had once stained the snow.
We've done what we can,
Tahu said.
Aye.
Rurik agreed, and
But there's more to come.
Tahu raised an eyebrow and
another beast.
No.
Rurik said, his gaze distant.
Something deeper. This land has teeth we haven't even seen.
Tahu nodded slowly.
Then we'll face it when it comes.
Without another word, they turned and walked in opposite directions. 2 men from 2 worlds, forever changed by what they had faced together. The woods behind them whispered with the breath of spring.